Good morning, boys and girls. So, throughout this week, we have started reading some new fairy tales, and we have read two stories, both about gingerbread people. So, the first one we have read was The Gingerbread Man, retold by Eric A. Kimmel. And the second book we read was The Gingerbread Girl by Lisa Campbell Ernst. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at both stories and talking or comparing them. So, we're going to compare them by telling how they are the same, and we're going to contrast them by telling how they are different. So, the first thing I want to do is I just want to go through each story and talk about the main events that happened. We're going to talk about the characters, the setting, and then what happened. What were those major events? So let's talk about the Gingerbread Man first. The Gingerbread Man is always going to be on the left side of my screen. So for the Gingerbread Man, the characters, which are the people or the animals, look, I've got this little line drawn. So you can see that the Gingerbread Man stuff is on this side and the Gingerbread Girl stuff is on this side. So the characters in the Gingerbread Man were the old man and the old woman. There was the Gingerbread Man. There was a cow. There was a pig. There was a fox. There was a dog. And there was a horse. To continue with the Gingerbread Man, there were two settings in our story. We know the setting is where they are. So they started out in the old man and the old woman's house. They went outside and went to the river. So those were the two settings. And then for what happened, we have them in order here from 1 all the way to 8. So first, the old man and the old woman made the gingerbread man. Next, the gingerbread man ran away. Then he met the pig. He ran away from the pig. Then he met the dog. He ran away from the dog. Then he met the cow. He ran away from the cow. Then he met the horse. He ran away from the horse. Then he met the fox. And the fox pretended to help him cross the river. But then we know the fox ended up eating the gingerbread man. So that was our recap of the Gingerbread Man. Now let's go to the Gingerbread Girl. The Gingerbread Girl. These are the characters in the Gingerbread Girl. The old man and the old woman, the cow, the pig, the gingerbread girl, the farmer, the artist, the teacher and the school kids, the fox, and the 3 dogs. Now let's look at the settings in the Gingerbread Girl. They started out in a house, and they did go outside to the river, but they also went to a school in the Gingerbread Girl when the teacher and the school children were there. So what happened in the Gingerbread Girl? First, they made the Gingerbread Girl. Then the Gingerbread Girl ran away from them. Then she met the farmer, ran away. She met the pig, ran away. She met the artist, ran away. She met the cow, ran away. She met the 3 dogs, ran away. She met the teacher and the school kids and ran away. And then she also met the fox. But when the fox was helping her and when he tried to trick her, she ended up tying her lasso around the fox's mouth so that he could not eat her. So she did not get eaten like the Gingerbread Man did. You can see on the front cover of this book that she's standing on top of the fox. So that's to kind of give you a reminder that she beat the fox. She won. She's the one who's in control of him when he tried to be in control of her. So on each slide, we can go through and we can look at things that are the same and that are different. So let's look at the characters. Let's think about who are the same characters. So I see that there is an old man and an old woman in both stories. There's a cow in both stories. There's a pig in both stories. There is a dog in both stories. And there is a fox in both stories. So those are all characters that they have the same. Now, how are the characters different? Well, let's look at the Gingerbread Man. Well, he's a man and she's a girl. So that's something that's different. There's a horse in the Gingerbread Man, but there's not in the Gingerbread Girl. And I think that's it that's in that one. But the Gingerbread Girl has a few more characters. So there's a farmer in the Gingerbread Girl, but there's not in the Gingerbread Man. There's an artist, and there's not in the other. There's a teacher, and there's not in the other. And then there were 3 dogs in the Gingerbread Girl, where there's only 1 dog in the Gingerbread Man. Now let's look at the settings. How are they the same and different? Well, we can see that both stories are at the old man and the old woman's house. If you paid attention in the Gingerbread Girl, they actually told you that it is the same old woman and the same old man that baked both of them. So they're in the same house. Both of the stories go outside and have a river. So the only thing that's different about the setting is that the Gingerbread Girl also goes to a school where she finds the teacher and the school kids. That does not happen in the Gingerbread Man. Now for us to look at what happened, we can see that the beginnings start out the same. Both of the gingerbread people are baked, and both of the gingerbread people run away. Now they meet some different characters. So we've already talked about who the different characters were. But both the Gingerbread Man and the Gingerbread Girl run away. We know both of them have their own little song. You can't catch me, I'm the Gingerbread Man. Or you won't catch me, I'm the Gingerbread Girl. So they both run away from animals and other characters, and they both sing a song about how fast they are and running away and you can't catch me. But when we get to the end, something vastly different happens. The fox tries to help the Gingerbread Man. The fox tries to help the Gingerbread Girl. Well, he helps them as a trick. He ends up eating the Gingerbread Man. Does he eat the Gingerbread Girl? No. So the endings are different. The Gingerbread Man gets eaten by the fox, and the Gingerbread Girl beats the fox. So that is one major difference that we need to remember. So in a few weeks on your test, we will be asking you to compare and to contrast those stories. We know comparing is telling how things are the same or alike. And contrasting means telling how things are different or not alike. So I hope you paid attention to all of these ways that these two stories were the same, and then ways that they were also different.